Today we're going to go through Kajabi versus Pipedrive CRM, Customer Relationship Management System. Now, we are comparing these two because we've been using Pipedrive for years, probably almost a decade. And we've been using Kajabi for about 3 years. Kajabi has a basic CRM system integrated, and one of our core values of our business is simplicity. So what we're looking to do is recreate what we've done in Pipedrive just using Kajabi. Well, today we're going to go through how we've kind of gone about that a little bit to see if we can actually get fully away from Pipedrive by comparing the two in 3 different categories.
But first, we have a gift for you. If you are looking to develop an online course and are looking for a great place to do it, Kajabi, link below, affiliate link, would appreciate the support. But apart from that, you're trying to figure out, how do I do this successfully? How do I develop an online course successfully? That's why our gift to you, our free masterclass link below, will teach you how to do that exactly in 90 days or less and save you $10,000 more in the process because we demystify it for you.
So we're going to start by doing a quick overview of Kajabi CRM and Pipedrive CRM. But the big difference is Kajabi is very simple. Well, Pipedrive has a lot of bells and whistles for you to customize to your business. Now, you're probably wondering why we use 2 different CRMs right now. Well, it's because we started as a 100% service-based business. But we really wanted to share our knowledge with the world at scale and build online courses about building online courses. We're like, hey, we got to practice what we preach. So that's why we started using Kajabi. And now what we're really trying to figure out is how we can use Kajabi CRM, which is built for digital products, also with being a service-based business. So Kajabi is broken into 3 parts. We have all context, insights, and assessments. But for today, we're really going to show you context and insights. So Hector, should we show them how to add a new contact?
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and do this. So we click on add a new contact. Now you can either import it with the CSV file. So if you already have another CRM or an Excel document where all of your contacts currently are, you can save it as a CSV file and then upload it right to Kajabi, or you can do it manually. Here we are showing you how to do it manually. Since we already have Johnny in the system, we're going to do Johnny number 2 as the first name, last name test, great last name, by the way. And we are going to do hi@e-learningpartners.com. That is awesome. Now, below that, you have 3 other options. You can grant offers, add tags, or subscribe to marketing emails. So grant offers. Offers are the things that you basically sell. It's the offers that you have based on what you are selling in your digital product suite. So you can either grant offers right away. You can also add tags. Tags is, think of them as groups. Like if we want to put Johnny in a specific group, so Johnny receives specific emails and content, we want to make sure that we add him to that specific tag or group, in other words.
And we'll show you when we're comparing the second point, how we actually use tags in Kajabi to really show us where people are in our pipeline.
Exactly. And last but not least, subscribe to marketing emails. We can also add Johnny to the marketing emails that we
Yeah, so basically if you ever want to send an email to someone, they have to be subscribed in order to receive it. So this is really interesting because, yeah, there's marketing emails, but there's also like onboarding emails when you have someone buy a product or a service. And if they're not subscribed, then they're not going to get those onboarding emails as well. So let's go to my card now. So this is what a card looks like. Lifecycle and info are going to give you information around how this contact is interacting with your brand online. Then we have purchases and products. Purchases are going to show the offers that you've either granted or they've purchased. And then products are going to be the products related to those offers that they have access to. Notes we're going to dive into even more when we compare the second point, but this is really basic. This is all we got, and then tags are right here. We have some other actions we can do too, and once you actually have people who have different products or they've purchased different offers, and let's say that they want a refund, which, you know, it happens at some point. You can actually go into here and issue a refund. You can send receipts, like if they need a receipt, they forgot to save it. You can send invoices all automatically. Really cool how all this works. Now, this is really all the information you can have about someone in Kajabi. This information can be used to filter your contacts though, and you'd want to filter to see, hey, who are my paying customers? You might want to see who's subscribed to your list. Those will probably be two of the biggest ones. Or you can get even more granular. We can look at what assessments in your course they've completed, a bunch of other things as well. We also have insights, which is going to give us a snapshot of some of the data, mainly email marketing data. Basically, overall, when we look at Kajabi, it's very basic and focused on the digital relationship with your customer. On the other hand,
we have Pipedrive. Now, there are so many CRMs out there. You probably have heard of HubSpot or Salesforce or Zoho, or there's tons and tons and tons of CRMs out there. So we've been using Pipedrive for 10 years. So we want to show you when it comes to adding a person, the way you do it. So when you add a person, there's actually a lot of different ways that you can do it, right? You can add them as a lead. You can add them as a deal. You can create a deal, which is what these cards are here, and then link a person to it. You can add an activity and then link a person to that activity. You can add the person directly. You can add a company and then link a person to that company. There are so many different things that you can do here. Already you can see way more robust and way more intuitive than Kajabi. For simplicity purposes, let's just click on add a person, right? So we just want to add a person manually. What we could do here is, let's just say again, Johnny, number 2, just like in Kajabi CRM. Now, here's the organization. What company does Johnny work for? Now, if you don't know the company, it's okay to leave these fields blank. However, we want to fill it as much as we can. So let's say Johnny works at Johnny Consulting. So here we go, Johnny Consulting. Boom. The next thing is their phone. What is their phone number? You can add their work number, their home number, their mobile number, and other number. If you have a work number and a mobile number, you can add a work number and then, oh, I also have the mobile number. So it allows you to add a lot more information. Same thing with email. It allows you to add more emails, and it also allows you to pick, is it a work email, a home email, or an other email as well. Then there's something called owner. Owner is who owns the relationship with this person. And as you can see here, my name is here, Hector Sabutis. Whoever's part of Pipedrive, your team in Pipedrive, let's say you have 5 people using Pipedrive, all their names will pop up here. Since we just have one license for one person, which is me, because I manage a lot of the relationships, boom, it has my name. But if you have 5 people and 5 individual licenses, there'll be 5 different names. So who do you want to own that contact? Title. What is the title of that person? Are they the founder, the owner, the chief financial officer? You put the title there. Connected from. You can also add custom fields. So for us, it's very important to know, where did we meet Johnny number 2? So in the back end, we were able to create a custom field called connected from. So we can see, where did we meet Johnny? It is super helpful.
so as you can see, it is a lot more robust, even just the adding process. And then you can actually track deals, which we're going to go into next. You can have multiple people related to the same organization. You can have activities. These are things that aren't in Kajabi. Deals, activities, organizations aren't in Kajabi. The person is really the only thing Kajabi has. And the data around that person is a lot more robust in Pipedrive than Kajabi. So now let's go into how we use Pipedrive to track a deal being a lead that we have qualified of potential business for us to work with and provide our services. In our case, premium e-learning video, where we typically work with 2nd and 3rd time course creators to elevate the quality of their video course while cutting their time commitment exponentially so they can just focus on teaching and running the rest of their business. Then we're going to show you how we're looking at taking this very robust but easily visual way to track this and implement that into Kajabi's very simplistic system. We have some ideas. We're going to show you how we've conceptualized it. We are not doing this yet, but we are assessing if we should for simplicity reasons. So Hector, take us through how a deal works.
All right, so let's go ahead and add a deal. This is the fun part, right? Somebody's interested in purchasing your services. So boom, hit add deal. Now, contact person. So let's go ahead and find our best friend, Johnny Havey, everybody. Johnny Havey, over here. Boom, there we go. We're gonna click.
So I'm already in the database.
You're already in the database.
It auto-populates my data.
It auto-populates. Now, if Johnny's not in the database, so let's say, for example, I was gonna just do a John Doe Smith. It'll say here, add John Doe Smith as new contact. So we have John Doe Smith. As you can see here, it says new. Now, where does John Doe Smith work?
Doe Inc.
Yeah, let's do Doe Inc. All right, let's do Doe Inc. And you can see here, Doe Inc. See, it says add as a new organization. All right, let's click on Doe Inc. The title is the deal title. Don't confuse the title of the person, CEO, founder, with the deal title. So this is, what do you want to call this deal? So maybe it's John Doe or Doe Inc. Premium e-learning video, PELV is what we call it for short. 1 hour video course, because we met with John Doe and he wants a 1 hour video course. Then we put value, right? What is the value of this deal? Is it going to be 3,000, 10,000? Basically, what is your pricing and what will the value of this deal be? Now, if you don't know, we leave it blank, but we'll put 10,000 here, right? The next is, what pipeline are they in? Now, this is one of the great things about Pipedrive. It's very intuitive, is that you can have different pipelines for different services or products that you sell, because depending on your business and depending on what you sell and depending on which audience you serve, there may be a different pipeline. In other words, a different step-by-step process to take that prospect to a closed customer. For us, we only have one pipeline because we just have premium e-learning videos, right? For our second and third time course creators. So we are going to keep it in that one pipeline. Then it's, what pipe stage are they in? This is another great thing about Pipedrive, is that it allows you to customize the stages respective to your business. So when you're sitting down with your leadership team, you're like, okay, when we meet somebody from point A to point Z, when they become a customer, what are the stages, right? What stage are they in to get them from point A to point Z? So you can build out those stages respective to your business. You could have 3 stages, you could have 4, 5, 15, right?
We have 5.
We have 5. Right?
And then here we're coming back to labels. So we don't label our contacts, but we do label our deals. And we label our deals based on probability that they're going to close. So we have 5 labels. And as you can see, green means we're really close to closing it, very highly probable. And then red means, they're a lead, we're just not sure yet.
They're very new, right? They're very new.
Then there's probability. You can set a percentage for that deal. You can also set a percentage for each stage in your pipeline. And then, we have a couple other things here too.
And one last thing, as you can see here, for our John Doe Smith gentleman here, to the far right is more information about that person. Since he's new, what's his title, right? Email, phone number, like we covered before.
All right, so once we create this, it goes into our pipeline. And as you can see, we have a card here at the bottom of our pipeline. So the great thing about Pipedrive is it is super easy to track where each deal is in the sales process. So if initial contact has been made, but no meeting has been done, they're here in the contact made column. However, if that first meeting's scheduled, we just move them to the second column. Then we move it to, hey, that meeting was completed. Then we want to move them to, hey, the discovery interview has been scheduled. This is what our process is. And then the last one for us is SOW sent. And the reason why this is our last piece of our process is because when the deal is won or lost, we literally just go into the deal and we say won or lost. And as you can see, Pipedrive will actually keep track of how many days the deal is in each pipeline stage.
Another great thing about Pipedrive is, especially for people like me, is that it is very visual based. There you can use colors, you can use so many things. So within 30 seconds or less, without even opening up a card, you can kind of tell what's going on. So let's take John Doe. Let's say John Doe, we have a 90 to 100% chance, of closing him, right? When we go back to the pipeline, we will see here that John Doe is green. So immediately my eyes, without even looking at the card, know that we got John Doe. He's interested in 1 hour of content. This is a $10,000 deal. We have a 90 to 100% potential close rate. And then over here, this little exclamation point, that means that no activity has been scheduled. So that's a big thing to note. It's like, wait a second, 90 to 100% close, but there's no follow-up activity. What's going on here? So here you can set an activity. The beautiful thing is with activities, you can set due dates. If you are on the date that the activity is due, this little circle turns green. If you're past the activity due date, it turns red. If it is before the activity due date, it is gray. So literally in 10 seconds or less, I know what the probability is. I know what the deal is about. I know what the value of the deal is, and I know if an activity has been scheduled, if it's due, if it's overdue, or if we are still in the time frame before it is due. All simply right in front of you. And if you win it, another way to hit one is you can drag it right here, and then typically something cool happens. Look at this. Let's see. Animation. There we go. They make it more fun, more playful. You did it to the moon.
So how does this compare to Kajabi? Well, Pipedrive is not an email marketing or digital product selling software. On the other hand, Kajabi is, in addition to hosting online courses, online communities, other digital products. Kajabi is not worried about a salesperson having meetings with contacts. It's also not worried about deal sizes and all this stuff, because Kajabi is literally just going to keep emailing the people on your email list until they purchase, and then continue to email them on like a nurture campaign. So Kajabi doesn't have the same capabilities. But what we're trying to figure out is, how do you use Kajabi to do something similar to what we have set up in Pipedrive? And what we found is, in Kajabi, you can really use two functionalities to organize it like Pipedrive, but it's not going to be visual, sadly. So we have our tags, and as you can see how many people are in each stage. So this is one way to track this. The challenge now is, if we want to know the probability, we're going to need to put this in one of two places, okay? Here we have these amazing labels that tell us the probability. On Kajabi, if we want to do something similar, we'd have to literally build 5 additional tags, which is one option, or we can go into the contact.
Let's go to Johnny number 2 over here. There he is. The man, the legend.
And when we go into the profile, we could say in the notes the probability. Out of the two, I personally would prefer to just have 2 different tags. Because you can have multiple tags per person. So we can add the contact made tag to Johnny, and then we could add another tag that says this is green. But we'd have to literally say green instead of show the color green.
And again, this is why this notes tab is fantastic, because you can actually put that information there if you don't want to create another tag.
Yeah, personally, I think having 2 tags in addition to whatever other tags we give these contacts based on other things in our business, that works pretty well. The thing that we can't recreate very well between Pipedrive and Kajabi is the activities.
Yeah.
That is really where Kajabi is lacking, because we can technically filter. If we go back to all contacts, so we could technically go to filters, go down to tags, and then pick contact made and pull all of our contact made tags and apply the filter. We could also add another filter to match the probability labels that we have in Pipedrive. And then we would just go down to tags and go, we'd probably want to put has all for both of these to make sure that it has both filters,
Yep.
both tags, and then all of those would come up. The problem is we don't know what the task is. So our only workaround right now is you have to add the task as a note. But how are you gonna know which notes are notes and which notes are tasks? And that's really the biggest problem that we see with Kajabi versus Pipedrive, other than the fact that you can visually see everything on Pipedrive, and on Kajabi, you gotta take the other step of, hey, I'm gonna filter everyone that is in these different categories. You could technically go to manage tags though, and see how many contacts are in each filter, but you can't see this and the probabilities at the same time, so there's a little bit more work.
Now, the last thing that we want to cover is the pricing. Now, remember, Kajabi is a business management system.
The basic package allows you to have one admin user. Now, this is very important to look at because when we're looking at the pricing for Pipedrive, you're going to see that each one of these numbers, no matter which package you choose, are per user. With Kajabi, in the basic, you get one admin user. On the growth, you get 10 admin users. But the reality is having different users is a lot more important for Pipedrive than for Kajabi. Because if you have a sales team, each one of your users on Pipedrive are going to have their own data, their own context, all these different things. On Kajabi, on the other hand, it's not going to be set up like that. The reason why there's 10 admin users here is because you can have different users have access to different things. Like you may not want everyone to have access to your financial data. That's really why there's different admin users, so that everyone doesn't have the same login. It doesn't segment things like Pipedrive does. So if you look at Kajabi, it is significantly more expensive, but it also does a lot more. And Hector, you really recommend people a specific package, right?
Yes, so one last big thing to note here with Pipedrive and Kajabi CRM is that the Kajabi CRM, they actually include all the features that they have within the Kajabi CRM is part of that pricing. They don't try to bring you up to a higher level, to the growth package, if you will, in Kajabi, to get extra CRM features. So what do I mean?
You get everything.
You get everything. So with Kajabi CRM, you actually get email tracking. You can see if people have opened emails. You can see if people have clicked emails. In Pipedrive, if you want to see who's opened your emails and clicked on your emails, you actually need the advanced. The essential is actually where we are at right now. Because we're getting incredible features and everything that we need with Kajabi CRM, we don't need the advanced for Pipedrive. We currently have the essential, and we also have one user for Pipedrive, so the essential makes sense to us. But if you also really wanted to have tracking and you wanted to have open emails and all those things, you would have to go to the advanced.
Yeah, and how Pipedrive works is it tracks the data around like your personal email. So like Hector's email related to Pipedrive, that's the data that we're talking about. The actually syncing your email with Pipedrive. So in Kajabi, we're talking about email marketing where you can send emails to like your entire list. When we're looking at Pipedrive, we're talking about emailing one-on-one on an individual basis. That's the data that they're tracking. So in the end, really what you need to decide is if you are a fully service-based business and you really have no desire to ever have a passive income stream or a digital product, then Pipedrive is best for you. Now, if you are a digital products business or an online business, and you want a system that not only runs your CRM, but everything else, then Kajabi is best for you. But if you're like us, where we started as solely a service-based business creating online courses for people, but you decide, you know what, passive income is interesting to me. building out digital products is interesting to me, I still want to provide the services that I'm providing, but I also want to teach people, then, you know, you might start on Pipedrive, or you might see that, hey, I really like these features that Pipedrive has. It's really not that expensive, and you might want to have both. But if you are really looking at simplicity like we are right now, we really are trying to figure out how to just use Kajabi. And it's not because of the money. Like, this is $15 a month and we only need one user. What we're looking at is, do we really want to be switching between Kajabi and Pipedrive to get all the data around a contact, or do we want to know how they're interacting with our digital marketing campaign? We don't have an answer yet, but we're slowly figuring it out. So you may need both if you're in that case, or go for simplicity and just use Kajabi.
Now, if you are looking to build an online course, you want to do it successfully, you want to do it in 90 days or less because you want to serve more people, make a passive revenue stream, cut your work week in half so you can spend more time doing the things that you love and with your loved ones, this gift is for you. It's our masterclass. It is linked below.
And hey, we have a 30-day free trial for Kajabi for you. So the 14-day on their site. It is an affiliate link. Thank you for the likes and subscribes.